Yep. Oh, something must be wrong. This is going way too easy. Ah, there you have it. Entire steered linkage come out in one piece. It's going to give me a chance to measure from the inner tie rod to the outer tie rod. So not only will I have my length from spindle to spindle, I also have my length from tie rod to tie rod. So that way when I get my new parts, I'll just set these up. I'm going to buy a new center adjuster so I can set these up proper length, pop them right on. I got a new drag link. I got to do everything. So all this will go together. Be nice and easy. With the spindles off of the frame, now I can move on to taking these upper and lower control arms off. One thing you want to make sure that you do when you're taking these control arms off, just so you have an idea when it's going back together, you want to save all these shims that are in here. And when these shims come out, what I do is I take and wrap them up in just duct tape, wrap them up together, and I actually put right on it. It's right upper rear shim set, and it's going to go in its own little baggie, right upper control arm, so that way I know for sure when I put this back together how it's shimmed up. Because you want to have something halfway close to what it was, so you can get it to your alignment guy, so you can get a decent front end alignment on it. So you want to start with something that you halfway know what's correct. So save your shims, upper and lower, make sure all that's good, and it's back to stripping everything down. Well, I got my upper control arms off, got all the shims marked and bagged, and I got the lower control arms off, so the frame is starting to come along. Next thing I'm going to do is move on to getting all these hard lines off, and I'm going to make sure that I don't bend these lines up. I ordered a 1/2 inch and 3/8 aluminum line that I'm going to run along the frame. Now I'm going to bend it and clamp it down the exact same way that this hard line is. And what you need to do is go along and you'll see that you've got all these little hardline clamps that bolt to the frame. They're all 13mm bolts, and there's the air canister or the evap canister line on this side, which is like your vent line, and then you've got the two hard lines on the other side that need to come out. So that's what I'll be doing right now. And just so you know that not everything goes exactly as planned. I didn't show you the cussing and the beating and everything, but for the lower control arm, here's one of the bolts. It was the left lower control arm front bolt, and this thing was seized in there, and I had a hell of a time trying to get this thing out. Had to shear the head off, and I took a drill and drilled myself a pilot hole in there and used an impact chisel and basically just drove it out. But man, you want to talk about some fighting and cursing trying to get this thing cut out. I was going to figure out how. It took a little while, but I got it out. So you're going to run into stuff like this. You're going to run in, I mean, this frame is almost 20 years old. You're going to run into stuff that's beat. You're going to run into stuff that's rusted together, and it's going to be a little frustrating. Don't give up. This is the point that you separate the men from the boys. You need to stay with the project. You need to fight back through some of this stuff. It's going to be a battle. This car's been together for so long, it does not want to come apart, I guarantee you. So everything is a fight. So just stay with it. Stay confident. Look at me. I mean, I've never done this before in my life. I've never had to frame out on a vehicle. So this is all new for me. Not quite scary, but it's a little nerve-wracking, just getting everything done. So stick with it, and by the time it's done, you'll be happy you did.